What do you get when brilliant engineers are given an unlimited budget? You end up with a V10 that revs so quickly it needs a digital tachometer, a W16 packed with 10 radiators, and even a modest 4-cylinder capable of handling 1,000 horsepower. These engines aren't just machines, they're bold statements of engineering ambition. Let's dive into 12 of the most impressively over-engineered engines ever created. Starting at number 12 is the Rolls-Royce Bentley L-Series V8, an engine that simply refused to fade away. First introduced in 1959, it survived for more than 60 years through constant refinement. Its foundation was old-school and iron block, push rods, and only 2 valves per cylinder. Yet engineers kept modernizing it with turbochargers, fuel injection, and extensive sound insulation. By 2020, this 6.75-liter V8 produced 530 horsepower and an immense 811 pound-feet of torque, all while running almost silently. It wasn't built for speed, but for smooth, effortless performance. The downside was its cost and complexity. Maintenance could be extremely expensive, and it required a large amount of oil. This engine perfectly reflects Rolls-Royce's philosophy of continuous refinement and luxury, no matter the cost. At number 11 is Volkswagen's 5-liter V10 TDI, a diesel engine that pushed the limits of what's practical. Found in the Touareg and Phaeton, it was essentially an industrial-grade engine fitted into a passenger car. Its gear-driven system removed the need for belts or chains, but made the design incredibly complex. With 553 pound-feet of torque, it was powerful enough to tow a Boeing 747, a feat Volkswagen famously demonstrated. However, maintenance was a nightmare. Even simple repairs often required removing the entire engine, and the tightly packed engine bay made mechanics dread working on it. It stands as a prime example of ambitious but intimidating engineering. Number 10 brings us to the Ford 5.2-liter Voodoo V8, a unique take on American muscle. Used in the Mustang GT 350, this engine could rev up to 8,250 RPM thanks to its flat-plane crankshaft, something more commonly seen in exotic European cars. This design allowed high performance but created serious vibration issues. To manage this, Ford engineers added multiple dampers throughout the car. The result was 526 horsepower and a sharp, aggressive sound unlike a typical V8. While thrilling on the track, it had drawbacks in daily use, including oil consumption and sensitivity at low RPMs. It wasn't practical, but it delivered an unforgettable driving experience. At number 9 is the Mitsubishi 4G63T, a 4-cylinder engine that's really known for its incredible strength. Found in cars like the Lancer Evolution, this 2-liter engine used a durable iron block instead of lighter materials, which made it extremely tough. Its turbo system and complex intercooling setup helped it perform under high pressure. Even though it produced around 300 horsepower in stock form, its true strength was its ability to handle much more. Tuners have easily doubled or even tripled its output without upgrading internal components. Built to withstand the harsh demands of rally racing, this engine really proved that durability can outperform size. Coming in at number 8 is the Audi 5.2-liter V10 FSI, an engine shared with the Lamborghini Gallardo. It brought supercar performance to luxury sedans like the Audi S6 and S8, producing around 450 horsepower and, honestly, an exhilarating sound. But this performance came with challenges. Carbon buildup on intake valves required expensive maintenance, and the rear-mounted timing chains made servicing extremely difficult, often requiring the engine to be removed. While powerful and exciting, it could also be very costly to maintain. Number 7 is the Porsche Mezger Flat 6, a race-derived engine used in high-performance 911 models. Originally developed for motorsport, it featured advanced systems like dry sump lubrication and gear-driven camshafts for reliability under extreme conditions. It could handle both racetrack abuse and everyday driving with ease. However, its complex design made maintenance difficult and expensive. Despite this, it remained in production for years due to its exceptional durability and performance. Alright, coming in at number 6 is the Chrysler 3rd generation Hemi, especially in its Hellcat and Demon versions. This engine, really represents extreme power, combining a 6.2-liter V8 with those massive superchargers to crank out up to 840 horsepower. Built with reinforced components and advanced cooling systems, it was honestly designed to handle immense stress. However, its tightly packed layout made even basic maintenance pretty time-consuming. It's an engine focused purely on delivering maximum power and excitement. Number 5 is the Volkswagen Phaeton W12, a bold engineering experiment. By combining two VR6 engines, Volkswagen created a compact 6-liter W12 that fit into the space of a V8. This design required complex cooling and lubrication systems, along with difficult-to-access timing chains that made maintenance extremely labor-intensive. While incredibly smooth and refined, it became known for its high servicing demands. Finally, at number 4 is the Toyota 2JZ GTE, one of the most respected engines in automotive history. Found in the MK4 Supra, this 3-liter inline-six was built with a strong iron block and a twin-turbo system. Although officially rated at 276 horsepower, it was capable of far more. Its robust construction allowed tuners to push it beyond 1,000 horsepower without major internal modifications. What started as a reliable engine turned into a legend of performance and